turn up.
Alright guys, so what we're talking about today is they just released the new update. They buffed the recoil and the fire rate on the FG42. They changed the recoil and the ADS time on the grease gun, so basically it aims in faster and the recoil is much easier to control. They changed how fast the car scopes in. It scopes in slower now. It's kind of honestly even with the Springfield. If you've used that gun, then you know what I'm talking about. It's kind of similar to that. Changed the ADS speed of the Lee Enfield. They changed the they nerfed the combat shotgun, thank God, and they buffed the sawed-off shotgun. But here's another really cool thing: is they moved the defensive start spawns in S&D on Sainte Marie du Mont. You spawn closer to Red or Restaurant or whatever you call it. You spawn closer to that building than you did before. So the days of people just spamming B-bomb and just bullying the defense out of B-bomb, those days are done and over with, my friend. I've already looked at it, went into CoDcaster with bots. You spawn really... You don't spawn like a whole lot closer, but you definitely will be getting there faster than the offensive team. I'll probably show you a clip. Alright, so here are the changes to Sainte Marie S&D. You can see the offense is still spawning like deep behind the little arch or star or whatever you guys call it. The defense, though, you'll notice instead of spawning back behind the wall and then even like in front of the back shed, they're spawning almost in the fourth hill. So we'll see if one of these bots decides to go into B-bomb. Are you gonna be the guy, Roger? Yeah, Roger's the guy. So he's good at getting in there. He's in B-bomb. The other team's just getting to courtyard when he's getting to B-bomb. So that's going to change things up for... Turn around, Edward. But that's going to change the things up a lot for S&D, and you're going to see a lot of this, what these bots are doing. Even the bots know. Go to A-bomb more. B-bomb is going to be a nightmare. Right now. And then they moved the London Docks flags back a little. Probably show you that right now. They did move them back a little bit apparently. It's just... It's not a lot. Okay, so you can see they did move the flag back a little actually. It's not... You can't grab it, go in the L1 area and pull it and just run it. You're going to have to get kills and back spawn before you're able to do that. And then same thing with this. They moved it back behind the stairs a little bit so they made it harder for... They made it harder for pulls in general. This is the best patch they've released in my opinion. What was that timing? They're listening. They are listening. And then I'll show you the new gun changes. Well, I'm not gonna do the shotguns. I don't necessarily care. Don't make a move unless you're in the groove. Do the Peter Panda thing. Just hop 3 times like a kangaroo. Side step twice just like those crabs do. 3 steps forward, 1 step back. Quick like a turtle, fly on your back. patch, it was, I mean, it was crazy. If you remember what it was like after the patch, they kind of Vespered it. The way they nerfed the Vesper in BO3, they nerfed it to where it wasn't even usable. There was still 1 or 2 situations where you could probably get away with using an FG42, but not really. But after this update, the thing is a laser beam again. I honestly feel like with the recoil buff, they could have left the fire rate the same. But this thing, you don't mess with this gun again. I think for CWO, we'll probably see at all times, well, on most maps. London Docks, you can run 4 subs, but I feel like at all times you're going to be seeing an FG, an STG, and 2 PPSHs. Sometimes the FG will be swapped out for maybe a PPSH or a bar, I guess, and the STG player would use a PPSH if they're going to run 1 and 3. But this gun is good again. Get used to it. Alright, and so for this one, it's the grease gun. It says that they gave it a recoil adjustment to add more control, and if you've ever used the grease gun, you know the recoil is just, I mean, it's everywhere. And they gave the ADS a buff. So it has quick draw grip on it. And I mean it kind of snaps. And the recoil is really good now. And the thing with this gun is it's a 3-bullet kill. I mean, up close. So, could we see grease guns used? Probably not, honestly, just because, I mean, the fire rate's still not great. If you miss 1 bullet with this, you're dead. Against a PPSH, you miss 1 bullet, or a Thompson, for God's sakes. You miss 1 bullet, you're dead. But, is it possible? Yeah, with this update, it is possible. Okay, guys, they changed the ADS time on the Car 98K. This is the Springfield, just to give you an idea. It aims in a little slower. I just choked that. It aims in a little slower than the car does, but has I mean, if you hit them, unless you shoot them like through the map, it's a one-shot kill. So the reason people use the car over that is because of how fast it aimed in. It doesn't aim in very quick anymore. It still aims in probably a little faster than the Springfield, but it's noticeably slower than it once was. For sure. And this might make the Springfield more attractive and competitive, because if you're going to aim in slow anyways, you might as well get a gun where there's no way in hell you're getting a hit marker. That's my opinion. It probably will still be the car just because it's what people are used to, but we'll see. The Lee Einfeld. You can't. But this gun is incredibly hard to use just because if you shoot him in the body, look at that. I mean, that close, you get a hit marker. It's almost like a M1 Garand. Almost, because it's almost for sure going to take you 2 shots. And the main problem with, well, one of the main problems with it is it's got low fire rate, it's got low damage, and it took forever to ADS. You couldn't even quickscope. But, I mean, now they changed the ADS on it, and, I mean, it's not going to get used in competitive. It'll make Pomage and Sprat and Kitty happy, but this gun is still, in my opinion, the worst of the snipers. I don't even count the Carabin as a sniper, but if you count that, then I guess the Carabin's still the worst, but this gun is still terrible. Alright guys, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a thumbs up. I will see you guys next time. I believe I have a video going up later today with some Fortnite. Just wanted to cover the patch to the game that happened today. But yeah, I will see you guys next time. Catch me on my stream tonight, twitch.tv/NLX08. But until then, I'll see you guys later.